Greetings, everyone. This is Payman Lozo, your friend, your host, your coach. Tonight, I'm excited, delighted, and honored to have you guys here for the kickoff of the May class for the 5-day podcast. Lead challenge is going to be fun. It's going to be interactive. It's going to be transformational. So super excited. Let me start first with sharing my slides, and we're going to be off to the races. All right. Present. Do you guys see my slides? All right. So
Yes.
welcome. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your trust. Thank you for being here with us tonight, this morning, this afternoon, whatever time it is in the beautiful part of this beautiful planet for you guys. So this challenge is about, I'm going to be sharing with you how to get leads on demand to your own podcast and YouTube channel, even if you have no existing audience, without spamming and no audience. I'm going to be spilling the bills, not holding anything back. And you guys will have a lot of time, a good time in the process. So I'm going to be sharing the exact same principle and method and approach that allowed me, little old me, that allowed me to get close to 100. The last count is 94 clients, high ticket clients on the last 18 months with a YouTube channel of less than 200 subscribers. 200 subscribers for 90% of the life of my channel. Now my channel stands, as of last check last night, it's standing at a grand total of 1,368 subscribers, which is absolutely nothing, but I will show you how and why that is possible. And I'm excited. So by the end of this 5-day challenge, you guys will have an actionable blueprint to launch your profitable. We're not here to launch any podcast, but a profitable. If you're here to launch a profitable podcast, write in the chat profitable. I want to hear that, because that's what we're here for. Profitable. I want to see some more profitable here. All right. Keep him coming, guys. Yes. I want everyone to write profitable, so you guys all can get profitables by the end of it. All right, thank you. So, and at the end of that, you will be able to get leads on demand for your business through your own podcast and or YouTube channel. So it's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. So I'm excited. Are you guys excited?
Yes.
That was the most unexcited yes I ever heard, man. Come on. All right, cool. So the agenda for tonight, this afternoon, day one, first housekeeping. I'm going to share that with you guys. Then gonna do something fun, meet and greet. Each of us will get 30 seconds to introduce each of us. Then gonna start with my story and how podcasting literally transformed my life in many ways. Then we're gonna share with you the 3 foundational questions with podcasting, going over some misconceptions and myths about starting a podcast and YouTube channel, and then as well as some misconception and myth about making money with your podcast and YouTube channel and monetizing. I'm going to be debunking the word monetizing. It's not what it means. And you will see that today and throughout this week. So let me see if there is. Okay, perfect. Let's get going. All right, so about me. Before I even go there, what do you guys know about me?
Nothing.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Podcast teacher.
Cool. What else?
You live in Vietnam.
Ooh, you're a fast learner, my friend.
Met you Tuesday, Payman, and heard great things from others on that call, so that's why I'm here.
Awesome. All right. Let's get going. So about me, I'm a Canadian expat. I've been an expat most of my life. I lived in 14 countries, 4 continents, and counting. I'm only getting warmed up and speaking 6 languages. And my goal is to reach 10 languages by the end of this lifetime. And I'm a connector, collector, and cheerleader. When people ask me, what do you do? I don't tell them I'm a podcaster or a publisher, author, whatever, an academy. I tell them I'm a collector. What do you collect? I collect success stories, testimonials, and case studies. So I'm here for, because my motto, my mission is to make you shine brighter than you're currently shining. And the more I make you shine, the more I'll be able to add to my collection of beautiful success stories. That's what I do. That's who I am. I'm also the founder and host of the Leaders Without podcast on YouTube. In the last 3.5 years, I've been blessed to do 340 episodes. And it's been a completely life-changing in every aspect, as you're going to show you guys in a moment. And in the process, I've also been blessed to become 4-time #1 international best-selling author. I'm going to show on the screen here, I don't know if you can see it. You see 3 of my books. The last one was released just at the end of January. It was a collection of some of the best and most inspiring stories from 3 years and 300 episodes of my podcast. So very blessed. 1 second, people are still trying to comment. Is anyone? Let me see. Chat. No, okay. Okay, cool. So how was podcasting completely changed and blessed and transformed my life? So before podcasting has blessed my life in many ways, but the most life-changing one has been that it allowed me to completely kill my fear of shyness. Sorry, my fear of public speaking and shyness. I used to be painfully shy because I used to have not even zero self-esteem, but negative self-esteem because I have a big nose, no hair. I used to be fat, and in family events, I was the one always taking the pictures. I was rarely the one in the pictures unless I had to do. When it was the only time you see me in pictures when, you know, the school yearbook for school, or for example, my passport or anything like that. I was really hesitant to get on pictures. And then I realized it's not about me, it's not about how I look. It's about my lessons, my experiences, sharing my story and my gifts. Also, I was in a very tough spot 4 years ago. I literally ran out of money building a business in Hong Kong and China. If it wasn't for a good friend of mine, sorry, that allowed me to crash at this place for a year, I would have been on the streets. But that's a different story. I'll share that with you guys later on. As a result of that, I was destroyed financially. My credit card destroyed. My credit destroyed. I had to literally ask my sister to book me a ticket back to Canada from Hong Kong at the start of the pandemic. And then I had no direction, jumping from one shiny object to the next one, no idea what to do with my life. And then here comes podcasting. Podcasting completely changed my life, killed my shyness, helped me regain my self-esteem and self-confidence, allowed me to find my voice, get back on my feet financially, to be the best position I've ever been blessed with, allowing me to travel the world, resume my globetrotting lifestyle, and allowed me to find my to identify my gifts, and then sharing my gifts to my podcast, to my books, to inspire others, to empower others. And in the process, I've been blessed to build beautiful friendships and connections worldwide, and being very fulfilled. So that's how podcasting blessed my life in every way. It's beyond the financial. For me, the most gratifying thing has been to allow me to once and for all kill my shyness and become the person I was destined to be. So next, at any time, guys, any questions, don't be shy, raise your hand, and let's make this interactive so it's more fun. Okay, let's see. Cool. Let's start with 3 foundational questions with podcasting. First of all, how many of you here currently have a podcast? Write 1 if you have a podcast. And yeah, let's see that. Let me check. Where is so Julissa, Angela. Okay, beautiful. Joanne, okay. Thank you. Okay. Now, and for those of you who don't have a podcast, what is the #1 reason that has been stopping you from launching yours so far? Type it in the chat or just raise your hand and in 1 sentence, share it with us. Feel free to speak it if you want to.
Hi, it's Kerry here. Thank you for doing this. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
My thing is that I don't really know what a podcast is yet. I still am confused about that. But I've been thinking recently that maybe it's something I can do, and then you pop up. And so here I am.
Awesome. You know, one thing I learned over the last few years since I had my awakening is that nothing happens everything happens for a reason and at the right time. Nothing happens randomly. So we're going to be tackling that. Okay, let me check some of the Okay, I haven't got around it. Sue, Paul, Doubt, Slow Tech, yep. Never thought about having a podcast, Joanne. Kiana, add one. Although the phone I used had to be replaced. Okay, Steve. Never thought about doing one until recently. Me neither. I never thought about doing podcasting, even though I loved listening to podcasts. I've been listening to podcasts since they first come around in 2006, 7. Let's see. Trying to reach out, trying to figure out what I want to share with the world. Yes, Mary Jane, MJ. Sean, never thought about having my own. Yeah. I'm not sure. Okay. I'm going to use it for Max. Yes, this is what we're gonna cover this week. I wasn't to finish my book. Okay, you want to finish your book first, Matthew. Okay, yes. Actually, podcasting and books, they go hand in hand, and they're the most explosive combo you can imagine. On day 4, I'm gonna be bringing my own publisher. She's gonna share with us how you can combine the two to really take your gift, your message, your wisdom to the next level. So, okay, cool. Awesome. Now, what is the number one objective? What is your goal that you want to achieve to your own podcast? 2, 3 people, just share it with us in one sentence, speaking.
I think it's about time that the world realized that leading from the heart is better than leading from the head.
You speaking my language, my friend. Yes, Angela. Anyone else?
Sharing
Spark.
connections and uplifting other people, providing that energy of enlightenment.
Awesome. Awesome.
Spark a true interest in understanding how to be a part of everything, and everything live. Basically, get people to begin to think about shifting their own sense of being towards exactly what she was saying and becoming unconditional love.
Love that. Love that. Okay, let me read some of the notes here. Max, sorry, wait. Julissa, serve and minister to others. Love that. Max, to build connection audience. Absolutely. MJ, spreading the true kindness into the world, kindness to self, and then ripple it out to others. Kindness, empathy, compassion, always. Love that. Absolutely. Carrie, learn about, okay. Build confidence and avenue to get my message out there to support others from trauma. Absolutely. Beautiful. Yes. And also, we all here to make money as well, and make money in a way that's meaningful. You know, sure, we all need to make money, but let's do so in a way that is impactful, purposeful, meaningful. And this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna see this week how to do that. Absolutely. Okay, let's continue. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna start with sharing with you guys the most common reason to not start a podcast. At the end of each academy class I run, I host a graduation party. So we celebrate each other, and then I ask them one question: what was the number one reason that was holding you back from launching your podcast? And over the last 3 years, all my classes, the number one most recurring reason has been, and that was something also holding me back. And each time I hear it, it breaks my heart. And that is, who am I? Who's going to listen to me? I'm a nobody. I'm not a celebrity. I don't have a PhD after my name. I don't have a perfect smile. I don't have a perfect hair or whatever. I'm no expert. I don't have any audience, and on and on. But the main thing is that people did not value their message, their gifts, and they don't think that they matter, that their voice matters. However, it couldn't be further from the truth. You matter, your story matters, your voice matters. The fact that you've made it this far in life, that you've overcome all the craps that you went through, that's a miracle. That's a beautiful, powerful, inspiring, empowering, and at times goosebump inducing story that is worth sharing. So we're gonna overcome that here tonight and this week, because again, your story matters, you matter, and your gifts are here to be shared, not to be kept by yourself, for yourself. So for me, what really was the trigger that allowed me to say, screw that, I'm not gonna keep on playing small. I want to share my story, share everything. And so once I understood that it's not about me, how I look like or anything like that, but it's about sharing my story, my path, all the things that I've overcome. Because again, your story matters, your voice matters, you matter, and most importantly, your gifts matter. It's about sharing your gifts. You know, one of the biggest realization I've come across over the last few years has been to understand that life is a school. We come here to learn, grow, and become better. But that's only 5% of why we are here. 95% is sharing those gifts with others so we can all collectively rise. So again, another thing is, another misconception with starting a podcast is that I don't know where to start. I'm not a techie. I don't have the time or money. When I started on my journey, I didn't have an audience. I started asking people that was getting on a Zoom call, hey, do you have your own podcast? 95% would say no. When I ask him why, 3 main reasons. I don't know where to start. I'm not a techie. I don't have the time and money to start. And these were also some of the main reasons that was holding me back, on top with lack of belief in myself and my abilities. But then I realized, hey, it's not about me. It's about sharing my gift, my story, and all that. Another major misconception about podcasting is that podcasting is saturated. Yes, it is flooded. Yes, it is. More and more people are coming to podcasting. Yes, podcasting is booming, but there's always place for quality. There's always only one of each of us that we bring in our story, our gifts, our everything. So you're here all to share your story so we can all inspire, empower, and uplift others, while at the same time making money in a purposeful manner. So before I even get into the rest, maybe I should have started with this initially. My bad. Let's take a few minutes to introduce each other. So each of us, 30 seconds. What's your name? Where you from? What do you do? And what do you want to get from this 5-day challenge? So let's start. Let me stop the sharing here. Go back. Maybe I should have started with this. My bad. I got too excited. I got carried away and I just got going. All right. So I'm gonna go from my screen from left to right. So the first on the screen here that I see has to be you, the guy with the perfect hairline. Matthew. Oh, I love the sun behind you. You're shining like a bright sun, my friend.
Thank you. It's an actual picture of the sun, and it's amazing, like the people holding hands and the other things in it. So I'm just going with it.
Yes.
I am a Matthew Joel Blankenship. I hail from Washington State in the United States. I spent most of my life as a snowboard professional, ski and snowboard professional, after I left the corporate scum world at 23 and had become incredibly successful in my own rights there. And currently I'm a healer and spiritual advisor who allows people to find their own divine inspired path by permanently eliminating fear, anger, and sadness from within them, so that they don't have to use willpower, but rather have it come to them. And I recently moved to southern Texas on the Gulf of Mexico to continue my own healing journey as a result of having lost a decade to major sickness and a result of physical accidents. And I'm very stoked to be here. My goal by the end of this is to have more comfort with the tech end of things and be able to allow the world to understand some of these amazing, beautiful conversations that I've had with people that are really, truly unbelievable. Some of the people's stories on this planet are just so inspiring. And I just would love more people to know that there's other people like themselves out there to be successful.
Wow. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing it.
Thank you.
Awesome. Can't wait to get on a call with you and have you share your. I'm always looking for inspiring, empowering, and goosebump inducing stories to showcase on my podcast. So we'll connect with all of you guys to have you share your story. Can't wait to get to know better and get to your story, Matthew, and help you in the process get your gifts, your message, and your experiences to the world, so you can amplify your impact. Awesome. Next, Joanne.
I'm Joanne Goodsell. I'm a clairvoyant healer plus. I've always been a person of service. I make a difference in the world. I'm from Southern California. I live in the high desert called Hesperia, east of Los Angeles. And the reason I'm here is because I heard about this and I wanted more information, and I'm pretty shy, although I've come a long ways in that. I like to talk in front of people when I have something to share, and sometimes I just don't know what to share.
Beautiful. And from one former shy person to you, you've got this. By the podcasting is going to be one of the best ways, the best hacks to kill that shyness. I was about to say something else, but I'm not going to say it. Start with an M and ends with an O with an F in between. You guys know what I'm talking about. You got this. Cheering for you. Awesome. Thank you, Joanne. Steve, brother.
Yes, yes. Hello, everybody. Yeah. So, Joanne, I think I'm probably your closest neighbor, at least on the call. I'm in Southern California. I'm in a town called Simi Valley. So we're just north of Los Angeles. We're like literally right on the Los Angeles County, Ventura County border. So that's where I'm at. So I'm in real estate, but my podcast, I don't necessarily want it to be about real estate. I'd like to pepper some of that in there, but really I'm very much so a community guy. So when people think about Simi Valley, a lot of people do think about me. I mean, I'm really a well-known member of the community. And so what I wanted to do with this class is to try to understand is actually how to put on a podcast that will help me spread the word on not just things that are going on in Simi Valley, but more so influential people in our community. And not just influential people, but people in our community that have a story to tell, that live in the community, or people that, we're so close to Los Angeles and Hollywood. We do have a few celebrities that live here as well. We have a few different locations here that were used for movies and stuff. So we have some celebrities and some have been celebrities, but I have access to a lot of different people that know a lot of people. So really my podcast, what I'm hoping to get out of this is to be able to understand really how to produce it, I guess, how to grow an audience, and things like that. So that's my goal for this class.
Love that. Thank you, brother. We're gonna this class is definitely going to help you doing that. So looking forward to get to know you better and showcasing the podcast in the next few weeks. Awesome. Next, well, welcome, Jacob, my time traveling brother.
Aloha. Good to be here. I did this challenge a wee while ago, in February, I think it was, and found it absolutely amazing. Payman's awesome, and did his other 3-week course. Highly recommend that as well, full of information.
And, Jacob, brother,
just,
stop. Jacob. So you only attended the challenge. You also a wonderful alumni of my program. So what the hell are you doing here, man?
Yeah, you know how it is. It's just good to reflect and go back into things, you know.
You're always welcome.
Yeah, I know. And I just love sitting in circle as well, So I do a lot of things. I'm a healer, work with quantum energy, light language, ancestral, working on the land and in the waters, as well as with people. And just finding how to bring that into the podcasting environment as well, how to share that. And I love sitting in circle, bringing energies together, and collaborating and feeding off each other, sharing and inspiring. I think it's really important at this time. And really about the new earth timelines, let's just see what we can create, because we are creators and we're here from this moment, and we get to choose, when we work through our stuff and help each other with that. There's amazing potential within us all, and we all come with our own codex. So being in circle, even though I've done this already, it's great to be here again and revisit it. And you can listen to one thing several times and get new information every time. So yeah, it's good to be here and feel grateful and nice to meet you all.
Thank you for being here, brother. Always a pleasure having you. Love your story, love your passion, love your impact. Keep shining your light. I'm cheering for you always, brother. Sue,
Thank you, brother.
you're welcome. My new wonderful friend from Australia.
Yes, thank you, Payman. Yes, I'm in
Yeah.
Victoria, Australia. So that's down in the southeast corner of the mainland. I'm a clinical hypnotherapist and I specialise in helping athletes and sporting teams. But I'm also a doctor of quantum counselling. So that involves quantum physics, quantum biology, and epigenetics. And I'm bringing more and more of the quantum, especially the quantum biology, into my practice to help the athletes and sports people so they can heal themselves and make themselves, allow themselves to perform to their optimum level by going down to the quantum level. So this is quite new in a lot of the sporting area. And so I'm introducing that. The podcast would be amazing to start spreading that information. But I'm also an energy healer, which is all tied up with the quantum, of course. And I use traditional methods with hands-on, hands-off for humans, horses, dogs, and cats. But I also use 21st century technology, and I can use actual scanners to get a reading of the body energy, the body field's energy, and the organs, all that sort of thing, which is very helpful with the animals because even though I can communicate to a certain level with the animals, the readings you get from this 21st century technology is just amazing and so helpful with the animals.
Love that. And I had the pleasure of having you on my podcast recently. Absolutely love your story. Absolutely amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very welcome. Very welcome. Next, Sean. Good to have you with us, my friend.
So I am Sean Michael, and I'm a mindset and accountability coach. And I work with high performers who want to be and do more in life, business, relationships, using a variety of techniques like NLP, timeline therapy, etc. As I said before, I hadn't thought of starting my own podcast. I've been interviewed on a few podcasts and really enjoyed that. I have my own story of resilience, rebuilding my life from the ashes, like most people in this circle. I like what you said earlier, Payman, and I'm going to borrow it if you give me permission.
Please.
Connect, collect, but I would add inspire. So that will be like the theme or my guiding principle of this. And I really like to work with people to develop self-worth, tame the imposter monster, and just be all they can be.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Love that. Please feel free to borrow and amplify it, you know? So with your story, with your sauce, with your personality. Always. Awesome. Now, Angela, my new wonderful friend from the UK. What time is it for you again?
It's now 20 to 2 in the morning. So it's
Quite
very
early, yeah?
middle of the night.
The night is still young, right?
Oh, absolutely. Definitely. So I live in the UK, obviously. I'm a community builder and I work at helping other people get their message out there and stop thinking too hard, connect with their heart and let their message flow so their businesses grow. And I work with them on developing their own paid memberships so that they can basically grow their income, get the message out there. And that's what I love to talk with people on the podcast. So, but it's in its infancy, so learning a lot from you already.
Appreciate that. Always a pleasure. Love your story. I had a beautiful chat with you recently. Can't wait to showcase your wonderful story in a podcast in the next few weeks. Thank you for being here with us and staying this late or this early, depending on how you look at it. And it's going to be a fun having you with us. Thank you. Oben, my wonderful friend.
Hi guys, my name is Alvin. I'm currently on the eastern coast of the United States in New Hampshire. like more than a few of you here, it's funny. I'm usually one of the only ones of this in a circular container, but we got a lot of healers here tonight, and I am one as well. I had a spiritual awakening in 2021, and the universe gifted me a modality known as rainbow magic, and so I've spent the last 3 years figuring out what the hell that means and how to use it. And basically, it involves a form of emotional healing and acceleration so that we can make our journey from where we don't want to be to where we do want to be, like, you know, cleaning up anger, cleaning up sadness, cleaning up all the heavy emotions. And it turns out that when you do that for people, all that remains is the essence of that which we are, which is peace, joy, love, and light.
Thank you, brother. Love that. Can't wait to help you amplify your message to your own profitable podcast. Awesome. Next, my dear friend, MJ from tropical Toronto.
I like that. Tropical Toronto. Okay. You know that's not true, right?
I hope it's still
May?
not snowing anymore, huh? I hope you guys
No, it's not. No, it's no snow. It's been raining today though. So because it's spring for us. I know it's the opposite on the other side of the world, but spring for us. So yeah, so yes, as Payman alluded to originally, I am in Toronto, Canada. He is my former neighbor because he really wasn't that far away from me, and we actually never got to meet in person. So, well, maybe one day we will.
Where are you in Toronto? Where in the GTA?
I'm in North York.
Oh, okay. I'm on the east side now, so absolutely. I'm coming back this summer, so I'll arrange a meetup for all of this.
That would be
yes.
That's so cool. That would be awesome. Yeah, so just a little bit about what I do. I'm actually a graphic designer, and I worked for over 30 years in corporate marketing. And now the last couple of years, I started my own creative studio. And really, my commitment to everything that I do, whether it's working with people as a graphic designer or in any other aspect, is really promoting and leaning into my underlying mission and purpose for everything I do. Is, like I mentioned in the chat, was about leaning into kindness, kindness to self and kindness to others, and having that ripple out into the world. Because for me, my feeling of no matter what I do, whether it's working with my clients or just interacting day to day with people, is just bringing empathy and compassion and true kindness is really what's going to change the world. So that's a little bit about what I do, and I'm really excited to be here because Payman's bothered me for a couple of years saying, hey, why aren't you doing something with this? You know, yeah, so maybe I'm listening a little, but just trying to figure out what it is that I want to do. But I really do want to bring some of that feeling of empowerment to people, and realizing that you know, we are one together. So that's basically what I would like to do with my, at least that's what I think I would like to do with my podcast. I'm not really sure how that will go, but we'll see. Thanks.
Wow, beautiful. And I'm delighted to have you with us. And we still haven't been on a podcast, so we have some catching up to do to have you share your story in the next few weeks. So I'm excited to have you. Thank you for taking your time on your Monday night to be with us. It's gonna be fun. Thank you. Kiana, my dear friend Kiana. Kiana, are you there? There you go.
Hold on a second. Okay, I am a certified holistic owner, practitioner, life coach, mortgage loan officer, real estate referral partner, plus ordained minister, credit expert, referral partner, and health products, basically helping others heal their whole entire life in one place. And then my business is Kiana Getting to the Core of Healing, which includes inner child, past trapped energy from ancestors plus past lives, grief energy, in person and distance healing, and then scanning, channeling, vision quest, workshops and retreats and more. And then what the healing process is called Angel Soul Wings Healing, which includes energy healing. And I know how to heal people within 2.5 seconds.
Wow. Beautiful. Can't wait to hear more of that, to get on a call with you and have you share your story on my podcast. I'm excited having you here. Thank you for being with us here tonight and this week, Kiana. All right, next, Paul, from an even more tropical area.
Very tropical, Northeast British Columbia. I'm a quiet little mouse, very shy guy. You know, totally kidding. Inside of me is pure energy. And I have learned over the years how to put it together and use this voice since I was 16 years old. I've been behind the microphone, and it excites me to encourage other people to find success. Success to me is the thrill of creating power, harmony, clarity, appreciation, and recognition in myself and others through all forms of connection. I am a very powerful energy worker. I have recently been designated as a wizard in the circle. I am also practicing in the emotion code. I have recently also been certified by Michael Lozier in the law of attraction, and I'm stepping out into that world right now to represent that and lead other people into getting and creating better lives simply by applying the magic behind what do you want.
Love that. Love that.
And I go on hours, so I'll stop right there because once I get talking, I have so many stories to share. Each and every one of you so far that have spoken, there is a piece of you that resonates in me, and I'm so grateful to be here. And all of you share. Matthew, I want to say that sun behind you has got me really, really excited because that's just the energy that flows into and through all of us. Welcome, welcome, and let's let that magic just flow.
Absolutely. Beautiful message. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Love that. Love that. Listen, you love talking. You're in the right place. Podcasting is going to be your vehicle because, you know, you have so many stories. You know, we've been educating, learning, doing business since the dawn of time through stories. And podcasting is the best way to do so. So you're in the right place, my friend. Awesome. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you for your trust. Thank you for spending your Monday late afternoon, early evening with us, Paul. Awesome. Next, Julissa, my new friend.
Hello, everyone. Let's see, can you see me?
Yes.
Here? All right. Yes. So I am originally from Panama. I live in Austin, Texas. I have been in the finance field for over 25 years. For a while, I have been feeling the call of God to do more. Although I do love what I do, I felt that there was more that I could do for my community. So, and I feel like the Lord has allowed me to go through certain experiences in my life, not only for my growth, but so that I can also help others that are going through the same experiences. Like the loss of my two brothers and my mom, and other experiences that I have had. So my podcast is called Unlimited Inner Peace. So I teach that it is possible to experience and embrace inner peace, even in the midst of chaos and the storms that life throws at us.
Beautiful. Love that. Thank you for sharing it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So you mentioned you have a podcast. Have you been able to leverage your podcast to get clients for your business yet?
My podcast launches tomorrow.
Oh, wow. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. In the right place at the right time. Awesome.
Thank you.
Very welcome. Max, my friend, the mic is yours.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, I'm from sunny Australia, but I was born in Hungary, and my life took me to leave several countries. I don't know what to share. I have lots of qualifications, or more than usual, at least, from making soft drink to environment management engineering, and I'm not sure what to expect from this challenge, but I hope I can finally figure out what to do with my life, because I've been working in several different industries, and I still haven't found one that I enjoying for more than 3 months. So yeah, hopefully I can probably work with kids and help them not to get into the situation but we most of us getting, and try to heal as an adult.
Love that. Love that. Powerful, powerful. Well, speaking of having clarity and all that, that's exactly one of the main, most important points I'm going to be driving home during the entire week, because that's what's going to make or break a podcast, a business, an offer. And I'm going to be speaking about that in a moment, but I'm going to spend Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday specifically on that topic, because that's what's going to really make or break a podcast and make it successful. Not just a podcast, but also your offer, your business, and everything else. So finding clarity, finding your gift, finding your zone of genius, that's exactly the foundation of what we're going to be diving into this week. And that's what's going to make a podcast profitable. There's no shortcut. There's no magic algorithm for YouTube or for podcasting, or magic keyword is going to put you in front. But it's all about identifying your zone of genius and your gifts. I'm going to talk about that and later on, and go way that deeper for the rest of the week. Thank you, Max, for sharing that, and thank you for your trust and for spending your. What time is it for you? Is your Tuesday morning with us?
It is Tuesday morning, almost 11 a.m.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Harry, welcome. Good to have you here, my friend.
Hi, it's great to be here. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. It's great to see you again, Angela. It's been a long time. And yes, I'm in Melbourne, Victoria, Australia. And so I'm sure Sue and I could catch up for sure. Yeah, long story, but I'll condense it to, I finally created a method I call CARE. And CARE is compassion, acceptance, release, takes us to empowerment. And so with all the different modalities and processes I've learned over the years and what have you, I've been able to bring all that together. And I also sell products. One of them is like Tesla products. And I've got to keep telling people it's nothing to do with Elon. It's the real Nikola Tesla. Wow. And so I'd really love to be able to come through, do podcasts where I can. It's for education, to support people and allow them to understand what is out there, what's available. But yeah, predominantly I work with adults who are still carrying the wounds of childhood trauma. And so, yeah, just allow them, show them. I like to guide. I don't like to say coach. I guide people to discover who they are from within. The journey is from within. And they, within no time, they're confident, they have inner empowerment, and they're living the life they love. They're creating the life that they love. And that's what I want to get out there for people, to know that we no longer need to walk the wounds, but enjoy the creation of life.
Love that. Thank you. Beautiful, powerful. Where are you coming from this morning, or whatever, this evening, whatever?
Yeah, it's almost 11 o'clock. I'm in Melbourne, Australia.
Oh, okay, beautiful.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you for being with us in this for your Tuesday morning. I appreciate that. Awesome. Cool.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, This is honestly one of the most incredible human beings I've been blessed to connect with in the last 2.5 years to my podcast. One of the most not only inspiring, empowering, but truly, truly, truly goosebump inducing story. I've had the pleasure of having a wonderful chat with him last week. Usually I don't book podcast calls right away. I, book it within 2 weeks or so. But as soon as I finished the call with this gentleman, I said, listen, let's do it tomorrow because I couldn't wait to hear more. And this guy truly, even just thinking about him gives me goosebumps. I recommend you guys listen to, connect with him because again, I can't say it enough. This guy is a dream for any podcaster in terms of story, but also now he's here to share his gift into a podcast. Now, my wonderful friend, my brother, Jose Angel Pereira.
Thank you very much, Payman. Wow, what an introduction. What I needed was some music, ta, 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 ta. Well, thank you for having me here. By the way, to the other people, Payman and us, we were connected through another friend.
Yes.
That she lives in Malaysia, Wendy Corner. I'm going to do the podcast maybe this Sunday too. Okay. Well, my story is a story that is kind of bizarre because I was a guy that did all my career in the oil and gas. I did a 35-year career in the oil and gas because I'm Venezuelan born. By the way, I saw somebody there in Panama. Hello. So I'm Venezuelan born and I began my career in the Venezuelan oil and gas PDVSA and concluded here in the U.S. like 15 years ago in the U.S. based company here that is called Citgo Petroleum. Citgo Petroleum is located here in Houston. I live in Houston. So the people that are in the U.S., mostly in the north, maybe know Citgo because Citgo has like 1,000 gas stations all over the U.S. And basically, all the north and all the Gulf Coast and Florida, etc. Okay, so I became the CEO of that company in 2017. And that year, they were having a lot of issues between the U.S. administration and the Venezuelan regime, that is a communist regime. The lady that's from Panama should know that because unfortunately today, all the Venezuelans come to the U.S. through Panama, through that IDN, and there have been like 8 million people. 8 million people have been. It's like a big diaspora, because of that regime. So this situation that was happening between these two governments, we inadvertently get caught in the middle of that. We went to a business trip in Venezuela and we were caught were taken by the Venezuelan government as hostage, and we stayed 5 years in our hostage situation. And I came to that meeting with my 5 colleagues, and we became to be known as the Citgo 6. Citgo because the company, and we were 6 guys, so the press put us that brand, Citgo 6. And that was my story, and I came back in October 2022 after a prisoner swap. We came back after a prisoner swap, and when I came back 17 months ago, I decided to pivot my career because I didn't know what to do with my life after 5 years, and I already had gone retired, and so I decided to become, at the end, back and forward, to become a leadership and resilience coach, because all my life I did leadership positions, and I became a resilience guy with all the survivor situation we went through. So I became a leadership and resilience coach. I had my coaching program based on that experience, and I became a speaker too. I began to speak. Today I'm speaking. I begin to be very active in social media, and then I have my newsletter, and finally I have been booking several podcasts all over the world, and interviews, whatever, about our case. But I decided to launch my own podcast 3 weeks ago, and today I did my 3rd chapter. I'm doing it in a Christian channel because I'm a God believer. In a Christian channel, I do every Monday morning, and now I have been guest in several podcasts. Now I'm going to be host and bringing guests to my podcast. My podcast is called Building Resilience, the same as my newsletter. I post my newsletter on Sundays, and my podcast is aired live in Facebook on Monday. And I met Payman, and Payman had gave me wonderful idea that I'm going to be trying to take as a sponge how that podcast can become profitable, because I'm learning all this stuff. All this stuff for me is new. So I'm kind of experimenting. By the way, the show I did today was with a wonderful guy that I'm going to put it in my social media, the recording, because there is a book called Skipping the Line of a guy called James Altucher, where this guy, it talks about that people have to think not only out of the box. That sounds like a cliche. Is that instead of trying to be perfect doing the thing 10,000 times, try to do 10 times and things different. And every time you do things different and you fail, bounce back and go and go and go and go and go. So that was a very interesting podcast, because I really it puts you to think that sometimes in life you have a lot of setbacks, a lot of failures, and the people can say, "Oh, I'm not good in this." That guy, by the way, his story is he began running 20 companies and he failed in 17 of them. So almost 90% of his business became a failure. But today the guy became successful. Now he's very well recognized and has this book. So embrace your failure and keep moving. And thank you, Payman, for having me.
Pleasure all mine, my friend. Pleasure all mine, brother. So again, get in touch with him. He's got an incredible story. And me and him, we're going to do quite a few podcasts because there's so much to share. So thank you, Jose Angel. Pleasure having you with us here. Next, Melinda. Good having you with us here today, or tonight, rather, for you. Hello?
Yeah,
Yes.
I gotta find the unmute button.
No worries.
And happy Memorial Day, everybody.
Oh, yes.
Here in the US.
Yes.
I'm in the Chicago area, so
Good.
this is in celebration of that. Okay. So what do? I help people who are looking for time and financial freedom to find a way to thrive, to spend their time doing what they want with who they want and what really matters to them. And in my life, through the life that I live and what I've learned about healthy lifestyle, I run into so many people that have some sort of health challenge related to chronic degenerative diseases, joint health. I can't tell you how many people I know in my friend group have had knee replacements. And so I like to help people who are looking for a more natural solution to help them to combat that. So that's who I am and what I do, and why I am here is because I've heard so many wonderful things about Payman, and he kind of chased me down on Messenger, and I have not really connected with him other than to get onto this, but he chased me down, and I appreciate his persistence, and I know that's how you make things happen, is not just by making one contact, but making multiple contacts. I happen to have a Facebook friend that I have done some messenger stuff with her, but I've not really met her in person or even on Zoom or anything. But she just recently started a podcast called Thriving After 50. And I have been listening to that, and I'm like, she's giving the same message that I have. Why don't I do something? But I have no idea where to start or how to start or anything like that. So, and I am scared out the wazoo to do anything like that. I have done some Facebook lives, like today I was riding my bike and I did a Facebook live riding my bike. That's okay. But to talk about what I know, it's a totally different dynamic. So that's why I'm here.
Love that. Thank you. Well, first of all, I'm honored to have you with us, and I'm glad that my persistence is finally paying off. And really, honestly, can't wait to get to know you more, get on a one-on-one meet and greet call with you, and have you share your story, your beautiful, inspiring, empowering, and I'm sure goosebump inducing story on my podcast to help you. My motto is, how can I make you shine brighter and currently shining? I can't wait to make you shine brighter that you're currently shining, Melinda, and also help you identify your zone of genius and your gifts so you can inspire others and make the world a better place around you by sharing your gift and your profitable podcast. So I'm delighted to be here. Thank you for being here on this Memorial weekend. What? It's no more weekend for you guys, is it? No, it's
It's
Monday.
Memorial Day today.
Yeah, okay, good. So thank you for being here. I'm excited having you here, and it's gonna be fun. Thank you. Next.
I like to have fun.
Oh, we all do. We all do. We all do. Raise your hand if you want to have fun, guys. Exactly. I love that, guys, especially Paul. Love that. Love that. All right, cool. Wendy.
No one can see.
Oh boy. So lots of fellow Canadians here. I'm actually originally from Vancouver Island, British Columbia, Canada, and I now live in Arizona, right between Kingman and Laughlin. And I'm a medium, and I automatic write. I do animal communication, and I've had a lifetime of experience with horses, raising, breeding, training, showing, and I've used some different modalities to help horses with patterns that get in the way, and also to help their owners to understand them better. And so I love that, and I also love talking to people that have crossed over and bringing their messages to their loved ones. That's a real passion of mine. And so with the podcast idea, I just love to do readings, and there's so many amazing people that have different ways of communicating, and I just love to have a podcast to bring people like that on and just learn. It's just like bringing information together and experiences, and I just love the thought of that.
Love that. Wow. Powerful, powerful. Thank you. I'm really delighted to have you here. You definitely need to connect with Sue, because you guys have quite a lot of things in common. And I will connect you to one or two other wonderful people I've got the pleasure of connecting to my podcast over the years. So yes, I'm delighted to be here. And seriously,
Thank
guys,
you.
don't be shy. One of the greatest benefits of any event, whether online or offline, is the people you meet, the connection we meet. You're all in the same Facebook group. If you're not in the Facebook group, please, two things. One, send me let's connect on Facebook. I'll put my Facebook profile on Facebook. Connect with me, send me a friend request, and then I'll add you in the Facebook group. On the Facebook group that you have over 100 people, reach out to everyone. This is one of the greatest gift in any events. Connect with others. You can meet some amazing people. You can interview some of these people on your podcast, or get interviewed on theirs, and who knows, maybe you can co-create magic together, because 1 + 1 = 11. You can all exponentially explode your impact, your influence, and your reach. So reach out to everyone, guys. That's my most important tip for you guys. Awesome. Angela, thank you. It's quite late for you. Thank you for being here with us tonight. I appreciate that. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow, and catch the replay, because what I'm going to share after that is going to be powerful as well. So thank you, Angela. Awesome. Next, last but definitely not least, Dr. Cherry. At least last on my screen here. Dr. Cherry, you here?
Dr. Shari, we can't hear you.
Oh, sure.
We miss you.
Yes. Doctor, on the line. I hope you're not on a blue coat, eh?
Did you have an appointment?
I'm just joking. All right, cool. Has anyone had a chance to introduce himself? If I missed anyone, please raise your hand. All right. Whenever you're ready, Dr. Sherry, please let me know, and I'll give you the floor once you're ready. Okay? All right, let's move forward. Who's excited? Who's excited after all of these wonderful people that we have here to connect? Seriously,
Yeah.
I'm excited. Oh, I love that, Max. Cool. Love your hat, Melinda. I'm a big hat guy. I'm known with the hat guy, but today I decided not to have to wear a hat. Maybe I should wear a hat. Okay, give me 10 seconds. All right. Here's my hat. How do you guys like my hat?
Yeah.
Good, good.
Dr. Sherry just chimed in over chat and she said she doesn't have a mic or a camera tonight.
Okay.
And I just want to say it's wonderful seeing so many people from my psychic and clairvoyance classes, as well as other classes like Dr. Shari, and she is an absolutely amazing healer. Her and her brother have a practice, and I just can't say enough about them. I believe they're in Florida and California now, and so I know that she'll have a chance to talk about herself when she's on. But one of the most amazing medical practitioners who has a full understanding of so much spirituality and using the mind and everything else in her practice. And so, Dr. Shari, I love you. I know it's been like 2 or 3 years since I've even seen you on a Zoom or anything, but that's my plug for Dr. Shari.
Thank you. Thank you, Matthew. I appreciate that. And I can't wait to, first of all, to have Dr. Sherry come and introduce herself in here, but also I'm really looking forward to connecting with her on a meet and greet call, and then showcase her in my podcast so she can share her inspiring, empowering, and I'm sure goosebump inducing story. And of course, help her in the process to identify her zone of genius and her gifts so she can impact the world and make the world a better place by sharing her gifts through her profitable podcast as well, just like all of you guys in here, because we've been blessed with phenomenal gifts. Speaking of that, let's move forward. You guys ready to move forward? Actually, I'll make a confession. I got the orders wrong. I get too excited. I went straight into the teaching as opposed to doing the introduction first. So apologies for that. I get too excited. But let's get back to let me share my screen here. Where is it? Okay.
We'll have to keep an eye on you, Payman.
I know somebody needs to do that. Yes. Okay. Let me share this. Okay, so this is where we left off. Okay, now let's talk about another misconception, and that is monetizing a podcast or a YouTube channel. Do you guys tell me, what do you guys know about? First of all, does any one of you here as a podcast YouTube channel that they've been successfully able to monetize? And by monetizing, I don't mean, well, let's say it. Anyone here as at a podcast has been monetized, and then I will dive deeper. Raise your hand or just share it with us, say it with us. Anyone? Okay, so the traditional way of monetizing a podcast YouTube channel is build a massive audience and then make your money through sponsorships, downloads, and viewership. That's good, but that applies mostly to either celebrities or people with massive existing audiences or people who are renowned world-class experts. When I started, I was none of that, and I'm still none of that. And I work mostly with normal people who don't have any of those luxuries. And to build an audience big enough to allow you to generate enough money to cover just your basic expenses, realistically, it's going to take 5 to 10 years. When I started, I was in such a tough situation. I didn't have that luxury of time. But then there is another way to monetize a podcast and a YouTube channel. That's, as soon as I understood this, I was able to get 6 clients in 1 weekend and then 60 in 10 months. And I took 1 year off to travel. As soon as Canada reopened the borders to travel, I was out the door. And I wanted to take 1 month off. 1 month turned into 2 months, and 2 months into 3, and then 6. And before you know it, it's 1 year. And finally, at the start of this year, I finally got back into business, and now reaching in at 100 clients, last count, 94 to be exact, in the last 18 months with a YouTube channel of 200 subscribers for 90% of the life of my channel. Only recently, my channel has grown a bit, and now it's standing at a grand total of 1,366 to 70 subscribers, which is still nothing. So I don't make my money to, yes, my podcast has been technically, my YouTube channel technically monetized by YouTube, but I haven't made a single penny from YouTube or Google, because that's not how it's going to take a long time, and that's not what I want you guys to focus on. What I want you to focus on is I'm going to share that more in detail on day two and day three. But the gist of it is I use my podcast for one thing and one thing only, to build trust. Because anytime you're offering anything that's high ticket selling, high ticket offers, it's about one thing and one thing only: trust. And podcasting is the best way to build that trust. Once you have that trust, then doing business with a person becomes infinitely easier. It actually becomes a natural, automatic, organic progression, as opposed to trying to do cold callings, cold outreach, selling, pitching, convincing, or as I like to say in a funny, cheesy way, no need to seduce or kidnap someone to do business with them. Once you have that trust, that rapport, then doing business becomes a natural, automatic, organic progression. That's what I'm going to be covering later on this week. So yeah, once you do it that way, it's extremely, extremely exciting, because you're speaking from the heart. You're sharing your story. You're talking about your zone of genius. You're talking about your gifts. You're sharing your gifts. And once you do that, it's very organic, very natural. And you're right, your audience, your tribe, your people will be drawn to you magnetically, as opposed to being repulsed by your message, which would be diluted, just another marketing background noise, noise in the background. So this is what I mean by, and I don't like to use the word monetize, because when people use the word monetize for a YouTube channel or a podcast, the first thing that comes to mind is making money through AdSense on Google and YouTube, which they pay you like what, $1 or $2, depending on your niche, for what, every 1,000 or 10,000 views. And for that, it takes a lot of views. You need a few 100,000 views per video to make any amount of decent money. So that's what I'm talking about. We're gonna show you how in this challenge over the next 4 nights, how to get leads on demand if you have no audience to start with. Because when I started, I had absolutely zero audience. I had no money. I had nothing. And I had all I had was just my ability to speak, my computer, and my microphone. So it's going to be exciting. But the good news is now that the Profitable Podcast can be launched in 3 steps, 3 easy steps in 3 weeks. I'm going to share that more in detail with you, and I'm going to share with you my blueprint as a gift, free, later on this week, and the Facebook group. So make sure you're all inside the Facebook group. Look for a 5-day podcast lead challenge. Connect with me on Facebook, and then I will add you in the Facebook group, where I'll be sharing all the links for the replays, for the live calls, as well as the resources. And God knows there will be quite a few powerful resources I'll be sharing over the course of this week. So yeah, so the 3 easy steps to launch a profitable podcast. And when I mean podcast, guys, it means both YouTube and podcast. But for simplicity's sake, I'm going to use podcast from now on. So the 3 ways is this. Number 1 is foundation. This is what's going to make or break your podcast. And this is all about one thing and one thing only, about clarity. And I'm going to be spending the entire day on Wednesday just on that. Because the number 1 mistake I've noted, the number 1 reason most coaches struggle to get any leads, let alone any clients, is because they have no clarity. They want to help everyone with all of issues. They want to help you, say, with your finance, your fitness, your relationship, your emotions, your kitchen, your garden, your garage, and everything else. That's something good, but that's something only God can do. Instead, we are not God, but we are a piece of God. So what we need to focus on is identify one very specific person with one very specific pain point, and then identify what is our zone of genius, our gift, and build our messaging, our offer, and our podcast or business around that zone of genius, around our gift. So that's a high-level overview. I'm going to diving deeper, and we're going to brainstorm together to identify what is your zone of genius, what is your gift, so we can build your messaging, your offer around that, so that your message and your messaging and your offer become truly magnetic for the right people. So that's what we're going to be doing. And that's what foundation is, the single most important aspect of your podcast. This is what's going to make or break your podcast, your business, your offer. It's going to decide whether your podcast will be just another podcast in the sea of millions of other podcasts. There's going to be one that's going to stand out It's going to be seen as a go-to podcast. Going to be seen as it's going to be as a profitable podcast. So that's a very important one. Second part is tech. Tech is not complicated. I was not a tech person. I'm still not a tech person, but I learned what I needed to learn, and I'm sharing with you guys this week, as well as in my free blueprint. I will be sharing with you guys all you need to do to get started on your podcast, on your journey, as far as the tech side is concerned. And the third aspect is the launch. The launch is, by that I mean, how do I get the right guest on my podcast? How do I grow and promote my podcast? How do I get leads on demand and clients? That's what we're going to also cover on Thursday and Friday of this week. So yeah, it's going to be exciting, going to be fun. These 3 steps, foundation, tech, and launch, these are the exact same, the foundation of my own academy. Since I started my academy back in 3 years ago, when I got on calls with people, ask them, do you have your podcast? 95% would say no, and ask them why. 3 reasons. I have no idea. I'm not a techie. I don't know how to get the right guests and how to grow it. To this day, these 3 reasons are still the foundation of my program, of everything I do. And I'm going to be sharing all of that with you guys this week and this challenge. And inside my blueprint, I'm going to share with you guys as a gift later on. So here's your first homework assignment, if I may call it that way. Write it both in the chat, or even 2-3 people just say it, but also inside the Facebook group. So make sure you're inside the Facebook group. Share what is your number 1 objective for your podcast. What is it that you want to achieve? What is your goal, your purpose? In 1 sentence, your top 3 goals and top 3 objectives for your podcast and YouTube channel. So let's hear it first here. 2-3 people. Who wants to share what is the number 1 objective for your podcast? What do you want to achieve through your podcast? Let's go. Who wants to share it?
I would like to share the power of connection and promote the living, the power of words that creates the law of attraction.
Awesome. Love that.
I would like to have a better appreciation and understanding of podcasts and how I could actually utilize it. Yeah, I'm excited about the possibility of actually having done one at the end of this week.
Beautiful, beautiful. Awesome. Awesome. That's amazing. Anyone else? One more. One more for the road.
Sure. I'd like my podcast to be an inspiration for people to know that they can achieve that feeling of truly being happy and satisfied in themselves by interviewing people who have found pieces of that, and so that we can all find it as a planet every single day and every single moment, like I believe that we truly can.
Awesome. Love that. Let me also read the chat. Okay, Matthew just said it. Julissa, delve into the secrets of finding inner peace and embracing it year-round. We don't have to live in pain, shame, conflict. Absolutely. Yes. Thank you. Love that. So that's okay, let's see. Okay, so that's the end of today as far as the lesson and all that. I hope you guys have had your creative juices flowing and you see the full picture of how tremendously powerful and transformational podcasting can be once and when it's done the correct way. And I'm going to be spending the rest of the week going over all of these ways and sharing with you how you can implement it for your business, so you can also transform your business and ultimately your life and your impact. So, and tomorrow we're going to be covering the benefit of podcasting, why podcasting is so powerful for business entrepreneurs, benefits of podcasting for both you personally and your business. It's going to be an exciting one. And I'm going to have an expert talk tomorrow from one of my dearest friend and alumni of my academy. She's going to be sharing with you how to gain more of your time, how to free more of your time. So I'm excited. So please, one thing, guys, make sure that we're all connected on Facebook. If you're not connected with me on Facebook, please connect with me so I can add you inside the Facebook group, because that's where I will be sharing the links for each day's calls, as well as the replays, as well as all the resources I'm going to be sharing with you guys. So let me just share quickly here my Facebook. Let me share my Facebook to connect if you haven't connected with me on Facebook. And then we're going to be able to. Okay, so if you're not connected with me on Facebook, please add me on Facebook. And then, yeah, I'm excited. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys tomorrow, same time, or yeah, tomorrow morning, afternoon, evening, same time, same place. I will be posting the link for the call. It's going to be the same link. And I'm going to be posting the replay of this call later on today, by the time most of you in North America, by the time you wake up tomorrow, and those of you in Asia Pacific, around in a few hours, it will be there. So yeah, I'm excited. And I can't wait for more. I'm super excited to helping you guys. Are you guys excited? Are you guys happy? What is one takeaway from you guys for tonight, for the first, for day one? One short, sweet takeaway. Say it.
Be specific.
Connection.
Absolutely.
This is possible.
Oh, love that. That's Tisha worthy. Yes.
We can do this.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And yeah, guys, so listen, thank you again for your trust. Thank you for your time on this, whether it's Monday night, Tuesday morning, Tuesday afternoon. Thank you. Keep shining your light, keep blessing the world, your presence, your impact, and I see you again in about 23 hours tomorrow. So again, please make sure you're connected with me on Facebook. Send me a message and I'll add you. If you're not in the Facebook group, I'll add you in the Facebook group. And then that's when the fun starts. See you guys tomorrow. Take care. Good night. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
See you tomorrow, everyone.
See you. Oh, I forgot
Yes,
to ask.
thank you.
Do you guys have any questions? Forgot to ask. Do you have guys any questions? Any questions about anything we did tonight? No? Once, did twice? Yes, Joanne?
I think you're. Oh.
Yes, go ahead.
I was just going to say it's intriguing to discover the zone of genius.
That's where the crux is. That's where the heart of everything is. That's what's going to unlock your true potential, because once you found that, you become the person you're destined to be. And I will share more on that tomorrow. So guys, see you
Thank you.
tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.